Well, welcome to episode 22 of FPL Top Dogs, Ballyhaunis, and thanks for joining me here. As the camera goes, time to invest in a new one here. Um, yeah, so there's a lot to get through here in this episode. I'm just going to have a quick look at game week 22, which is an early one. Friday, 6:30 deadline, and it's Chelsea versus Fulham. If I can get this thing up. Chelsea versus Fulham. And look, Chelsea, the transfer, something up to 850 million has been spent in the transfer window yesterday. And Chelsea spent a third of that, of the total of the Premier League spending. And with the 104 million pound signing of Enzo Fernandez, it's just absolutely amazing. Um, Nobody can compete with that. It's a contract that's spread over 7 to 8 years, and that's how they can get away with this loophole with contracts, um, because it's something like 7 or 8 million a year spread over the term. So the money, the transfer, they're able to get a transfer like that in because it's spread over the term of the long, massive contracts that Chelsea are offering their players. So a massive amount of business, and a mention also to Jorginho, who's gone over to Arsenal from Chelsea. That's a big one for them. I think it's a good signing for Arsenal. Good cover for Partey and Cam uh, ahead there for Arsenal with the title charge ahead. What else? So I am looking at some Chelsea lads coming in the future, of course. The Mudryk. Um, that's very tasty sort of option. That young lad could be very exciting. Little cameo, in his debut. It was very impressive when he came on there. So, just going to keep an eye on Mudryk. Um, what else? Really, everyone's focusing on United and Arsenal players. Obviously, the game week 25 has come up, and now we know for sure that Newcastle and Man United, and that also affects double game week. So that's the EF winning out 2-0 and two Rashford assists again. Obviously, I have the Sun Dream team, and I'm laughing all the way with Shaw, another clean sheet, and Rashford. So flying away, love it. Um, and yeah, next season, of course, I give the FPL, the Premier League, a go, I suppose. But I really want to launch the Sun Dream team, Top Dogs, um, trophy next season, and hopefully the World Cup that we had will whet the appetites of a few of our top dogs around the Ballyhaunis locality, and the area we have here in East Mayo, and further afield into Ross. Nice little community we have here of FPL Top Dogs. Very proud of it. And hopefully this Sun Dream thing will kick off next year. I'll really go serious with that. Um, yeah, the FPL, I'll go further into um, where I am with that. Been very down with the whole thing and losing all my points there the other day with, you know, the clean sheet there. Man United 1-0 up, and then Palace get that free kick. That was just a shock, and I needed 2 weeks to get over that. It's just a bad when you take a -12, and I've took two in a row now, game week 20 and 21, and no, absolutely just it was best just doing nothing, sitting on my hands for a month, and I would have loads more points. But that's the problem when you're invested in something like this and it takes over, and you just have to kind of realize, well, you can't take over your life because it's what there's nothing really at the end of it. It's great crack and fun, but there's more to life than this. But keep it into perspective as well. Um, obviously, we're all still pretty down over Pierce Higgins, Lord of mercy on him, and everyone involved, the Higgins and Gallagher's and Claire and everybody were devastated, and prayers go out for the families there, and very down about that. So a bit low key. Anyway, where do we go here? So that's heading back here to the FPL. This is where we're at. So I'll just go through quickly while I'm thinking about this stuff. Yeah, so Arsenal United players are all the rage for this game again. It's just the whole, all the masses, the FPL masses will be lumping on Fernandez if they can fish him in, and everyone's got Rashford by now. It's just a quick. So I suppose Rashford, Shaw, De Gea, or a lot of people have Martial. So, but yeah, Fernandez would be an interesting one to fit in there. Could be slight differential, but loads will get him in because there's a couple of game weeks. We've got one here in game week 22, which is United and Leeds. Uh, so that's the immediate one to keep. That's why kind of Rodrigo. I'm going to persist with Rodrigo there. Ward-Prowse took a punt on him. Look, the Haaland thing. If I'm well down, like nearly 5 million in the world. I'm in 50-50, which is, like I'd probably be doing better doing nothing in this team. Because whatever I'm doing, it's just going bananas, and leaving Nketiah on the bench after taking a -4 in my -12 to get Nketiah in. What do I do? Well, I was debating Almiron as the last minute decision, and it's just you never do that. If you get a player in, you have to play him. That was a massive blow. Just blow after blow with this team. But it is what it is, I suppose. I've got Shaw, De Gea, Rashford for game week. This one coming up, game week 22. Yeah, and we'll be keeping all our Arsenal. So I've only got 2 Arsenal. We really should be thinking about getting 3 because game week 23 will be a double game week for Arsenal and City here. So, I have so much money tied up in Halland. Was I got 7 points something in the bank, 7.4. I suppose it's just lunacy, but the whole season is just Haaland is just overshadowed the whole thing, and it's just lost a lot of the joy for me. It's just impossible to get anything back against the masses. Everyone's captain and triple captain and the whole lot with Haaland. It's just like stick and fix like that. That's just not. Yeah, I definitely overthought the whole season. It would have been better but I just can't play FPL like that. And I am even thinking about getting rid of Haaland and getting in Bamford. I know it's mental, but I have to go against Haaland and hope he does nothing, which of course is crazy. I don't know, make back bits and drabs week to week is just not me. It's just I'll have to figure out something anyway. So can't really get rid of Haaland. I think no hit this week, no way. I'm just gonna let it go. Of course, I could sneak in. Well, I already have Decay and Shaw and Rashford, so sneaking in Fernandez, and who's going to take the penalties as well? Ericsson is out for most of the season now. Yeah, some guy called Sanitizer. I think he's coming for United. Stabilitas or whatever his name is. Never heard of him before. He'll be replacement for Ericsson. So yeah, Haaland on the bench. I don't know about that, but this Almiron, I'm not sure about. See, I have to get off these guys. He's 37% owned, and I have to get off these guys that are owned. I'm making nothing on these. Not been at much since. So to probably want to persist with Haaland will probably destroy Tottenham here at the like he did there the two. I think was it the hat trick? Was it a hat trick he got there the other day? Against us. Wolves. And he got a goal. Yeah, that's what 8 points. The triple captain there. That's loads of people. I think it was crazy in a way because you're not making an awful lot. It's people have forgotten about this triple captain that it's only really 6 points to 12 points you're possibly making over people, and I don't buy it. It's like the right time and the right place with the triple captain is getting on somebody nobody's on, and they kill it. A bit like, I'll give you an example, the Antonio against Watford or something, West Ham was Watford, and Mark the Oracle Phillips had him for the 4 goals. Now he didn't triple captain them, I don't think, but he captained them. And that's the sort of thing that you want to be looking out for in the triple captain. That's when it can absolutely destroy a game week and you can get 100 points just like that, especially over a double game week. So that's why I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep my triple captain and bench boost together just to have some sort of interest at the backside of the season. So yeah, I suppose yeah, just be crazy. So probably want to really this game week 23 coming up. 24, there's not much going on. It's just a normal game week. So City with Villa at home and Arsenal away, of course. So yeah, I won't be triple captain there either, but I'll just be thinking about is it worth getting in Mahrez? And Mahrez is I want Mahrez and Bowen there. I like the look of that, just the differential there. Mahrez trap, of course, we've been there with him before, but just throwing out a few ideas. And again, I don't want to be getting rid of my Arsenal or United, but I have to be wary of game week 25. No Brighton, Brentford, Ars, United or Newcastle. So it's 2 Newcastle. So I think Almiron is my man to go, mainly because I think they've tricky fixtures against Arsenal. Not did they have Arsenal? Liverpool, and then they're out game week 25 for the final, and then City away. Okay, these aren't too bad. Then United's again a bit more of a trickier run, but I just want to get people in like Bowen and my team is not named as the Bow and Arrow, so I think maybe Bowen is starting to score a few goals in the cup and in the league now, and it's just taking punts. My whole team I wouldn't say is all punty, but I need to have about 6 or 7 way off the mark. Rodrigo I still think is not too bad. If he does something, people will start panicking. And if you're the top million, top half a million, top definitely 100K, you'll be very wary when you see a Rodrigo and you can fit in him in the midfield. You've got your 4. Most of your team is a template, but you're keeping maybe a midfield slot and a striking slot has your differential, whereas my team has to be like 6 to 7 differential that nobody else have. So I like Trippier. I've always persisted with him, even last season. Done wonders for me last season. Aurier, okay, he's interesting, has been a goal threat. Mixing it up there. But I like Odegaard. I like the whole team, to be honest. It's got no points this season. I don't like my game 25 week subs either because Leicester have Arsenal, I think, at home. I think it is 25 at home. Yeah, I don't like the thought of Ward and Castagna going in there. So I'll have to figure out something. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. Yeah, you could get away with just a sub. So I'll just probably have to go with these guys against Arsenal and hope and pray for the best. We'll see anyway. And I don't like who Wolves have as well in their game week 25 either. Look, it was Fulham away. Wolves. Look, Mitrovic could destroy Wolves there. Okay, yeah, so not too bad setup. So I can move on from this, and they're just my thoughts going forward. And best of luck what you do in the long run, guys. I'm not going to give you too much advice because I'm not really in a position. Well, yeah, the transfer season, Newcastle, they're in the final. Back in 1999, the last time Newcastle were in the final, I think it was the FA Cup, and it was against United. I was playing that day. Done deals, silly, crazy stuff. How City can Zinchenko. There's been a bit of an exodus, and happy. I think that David Silva's stuck. I think I'll have to have a quick look down here. Spurs getting in Pedro Porro. Now, me and the Spurs thing. Look, the United heritage. I have the United pedigree behind me, but look, I can't go into the emotional, mental disturbance of changing teams and then going to pubs and wearing different shirts. Just out of pure laziness, I'm just gonna stick. It's just the boring thing, but it is what it is. And look, it's not the end of the world. Spurs 5th in the league. They're 3 points off the top 4. Newcastle might take their eye off the ball with the cup. Who knows? Their squad hasn't been tested too much injury wise. their defense has been phenomenal with Pope at the back there, and Shar, and Trippier, and the other guy Byrne, and um, just been phenomenal. The guys and the other dude as well. But yeah, we'll have to see. And there's a cup run as well. Yeah, the cup run Spurs with the winner of Wrexham and Sheffield United, and they'll be away for that one. And United getting West Ham at home, not too bad. So yeah, and City get Bristol Rovers. So yeah, just a quick rundown of the transfers. I think Enzo Fernandez, the 107 million actually. Yeah, Sabitizer. I knew it was Sanitizer or something like that. Marcel from Bayern to United could be good. The Spurs one here, I think, is a loan deal, but the obligation to buy in the summer. Pedro Porro there, 40 million. I think he's very interesting right back with Doherty. I think he's been free transferred out to Atletico Madrid as well. I thought that was only a loan, but look, he's over 31, and I suppose it's good luck to him. It's often, they have to clear a bit of the wage bill. There's a lot of debt with Tottenham, as we know. Um, yeah, Jorginho, that was a massive move. I'm pro Jorginho move. I think the experience there, third best player in the world a couple of seasons back. Come on, like it's a no-brainer for Arsenal. Um, yeah, so it was interesting with Chelsea, like about nearly 300 million spent in transfers. Chelsea, they're getting all their stuff in this transfer window before the rules change next summer. And they'll change to stop this mass spending. And they've gone, with younger players, and this is a kind of American model. The new owners coming in, and they're going to back the youngsters, and big things from Chelsea definitely. I don't think they will write off this season. But that's let's have a quick look if any increases over last well. So the 1st of February in America, on the 1st of February, that famous movie, the Bill Murray movie. Mohamed Salah is hemorrhaging it, and look, he's now normal human footballer. He's not superhuman so much anymore. Down from like 35% there to 25%. Ben Mee is seen as good value. Luke Shaw in there, very exciting, scoring goals. What a season! And nothing too crazy. Fabian Schär. Botman was the guy from Newcastle. I was just trying to remember. Yeah, I was thinking Mahrez would have went up. People are smelling at 7.5. I like the look of this. Like when he plays, he just scores and assists, and it's just could be a free for all. I think he's very exciting. So him himself and yeah, Bowen, they're the two. I'm going to the cross. I'm going to die on soon. Yeah, Kieran too. Actually, not anything. Cucurella, I'm just not gone this Cucurella stuff. And then he's down the reckoning now. But yeah, Mitrovic is gone. I was one of them that sold out. Yeah, Rashford's just gold. Now 48%. I'm starting to look at this and I realize there's no value I hope for me, the likes of me at 5 million holding Rashford. So looking at my team, it's Almiron and Rashford I have to get rid of. Look at I'm sure Fernandez has got to be in here somewhere. But there's Fernandez. He's gone up 9.9. Okay, so he's 9.8. He's still good value. He's only 7.2% owned to Rashford's. So I know it's a crazy thing, but maybe I just transfer Rashford out and get in Fernandez and hope for the best. Is he on penalties? I think there's no reason why he wouldn't be. Oh yeah, Jorginho will probably be taking penalties, and Saka won't worry too much about losing penalties. But yeah, that's just something that cropped up. I might just do a sideways, but it might be shrewd because of his ownership is way down in Rashford's. So that's another bit to think about there. Yeah, so let's get out this. See Nicholson, pub league here in Ballyhaunis. Yeah, I have the mock up this week. Yeah, I will explain it. But so there's a Joy Neenan in first place, 322, 1,322 points. Again, it's all Haaland, captain Haaland. It's just I can't live life like that. I just even look, if I was in their position, I'd do the same thing. Just captain Haaland. These people are just operating over 2 or 3 differentials, and it's just like, who do I get rid of? And they're, as I explained before in the video, I have 6 or 7 that I have to differential in and out, where these guys are playing within maybe 2 or 3 players as at most. They can't afford to do anything else, so they're kind of hedged into their position there because they're in such a great position. It's about, winning your mini leagues, not so much winning the overall here. But yeah, Martial for Kane, for Joey, Commando Neenan. This is this team again. Look, Ward's in there, very good. He won't be happy with Azabalaga there. Trippier, yeah, Shaw, Rashford. Yeah, it's just, look at the team. It's just nothing excitement. It's just, it's going to get you those good points, of course. I'm just so apathetic to this season. It's just boring the hell out of me. But De Bruyne, yeah, he'd be thinking about that. It's probably, I can't believe Joy's eventually got off Saka, or Salah, sorry. He doesn't have Saka. Martinelli, White, only 2 Arsenal. Okay, going forward, I'm sure he'll be thinking about Saka and Nketiah. This Mitrovic is just a random. He's just random terrible, random good. There's no in between. He's not like Harry Kane. He's solid. Always gets your 6 to 8 points. Sometimes gets a 16. Kane's had a phenomenal season. Great. Andreas, very good bench guy. Always comes in and out. Cucurella, I don't know. He doesn't start. He does. Joey knows what he's doing. I won't be offering much advice for Joey. James Lyons, for play to Jimmy. 2 seconds, 2 points back. A massive game week here for Jamesy. McAllister out, Harrison in. Harrison, I'm not sure, but was he moved to leave Leeds? I think he probably stayed. I'm not sure, but there was a loss of interest to him going. Was it somewhere like Everton or somewhere else? But Everton didn't do any transfer business, so I think Harrison's still with Leeds. I like Jimmy's team because it's just it's there's just something about it. You've got a bit of Stones is interesting. Cancelo you need to get rid of. Botman, double Newcastle, triple Newcastle defense. Who would have thought that is the way to go? Believe it or not. But can they keep that sort of defensive? They're up there with Barcelona, Madrid, or whoever. Bayern Munich is PSG is the most clean sheets. It's just phenomenal what Howe is doing up there in Newcastle. And good luck to them. I like Newcastle, and they're friendly, good people up there. And they deserve everything they get. So Harrison, I think he'll keep him for the double game week. It's just a lot there of, look, Tony, he'll lose a game in 25, so he just needs to keep an eye on the Newcastle. He's got United there, so 1, 3 Newcastle, 4 Tony, 5. He just needs to keep an eye on game week 25, but people will be free hitting, or they'll be figuring something out. They know what they're doing up here. These guys, these are the top dogs up here. Face man here, 3rd place, not too far, 4 points. This is really shaping up to be some season. Just for the competition of it. It's Shane's got the experience. A good long season 2 years ago, finishing second. He has the experience, and whatever he's doing with the Tritterarity, and is he's making good decisions here. And again, he's at it this season. These two have been phenomenal all season for him. Ward and Azbalaga won't be happy, obviously, with Azbalaga there at the 9. Again, it's quite similar to Joey's here, if not the same. Ooh, wow. That couldn't be the exact same. Shaw's the differential. So these teams mainly just going to be 1 or 2. He'll have face will have to figure out Cancelo there. He'll have funds now to free up somewhere else. Because as you can see, it is quite similar to Joey's. So I don't blame the two of them. I definitely don't blame Faceman. Excuse me. He has to figure out. He has to figure out how to get a Joy and the 1 or 2 that he needs, and it could just be coming down to cap. Well, it's not going to be coming down captain. It's going to be Haaland, if anything. But I think Haaland now could be for this game week, it'd probably go to United player. They have the double game week, so it's going to be they're probably both going to captain Rashford. So this is the first one of the guys in the mock-up. David MacNamara he's gone for Ezra and Mitoma. This Brighton guy, he's just come in, and I just have no idea how in like Dave MacNamara take a bow like Mitoma. 1, 2, 3. Now is he a defender or midfielder? He's got three there, three Gakpo's midfielder. He's probably down in the game as a midfielder. He's got two defenders in here, so yeah, he's a midfielder. It's a great call. What a call! It's just I've got to take my hat off for that one. It's 49ers, yeah, lost out to what's big into the American football, losing out to the Philadelphia Eagles. Quarterback Brock Purdy got done. His throwing arm was injured, and fourth string quarterback and fumble later, game over. So there's Dave, yeah, very, very. See, at least Dave again is trying to find ways into joy and getting a run on the top 5 here. So he's fourth now, but yeah, Saliba did it. Mitoma is that guy that's really, and Gakpo, it's a calculated risk with Gakpo. He will get games, but he's not quite found his feet yet in the Prem, and it's frustrating after the World Cup he had with Holland as well. I'm not sure. Gakpo I thought would have been more suited to United, but he probably saw with the Sancho and Canacho or Martial and loads of competition there. Why not? But I just don't think it's the right fit for Lira. Like, it's only early days. I think Ten Hag and the Dutch connection was the way to go there. But anyway, Martinelli, Rashford, Tony. So it's quite similar. But at least Davis definitely trying to is thinking this is a good team. He's got a shot to come on. Rashford, he's got a few doubles for next game week, and he leads. No, but anyway, well done there. Yeah, Caulfield doing well. Again, cancel culture. Kieran Kiely. Again, I want to highlight Kieran Kiely's team here. Look, Mount and Darwin. He gets rid of these two, De Bruyne and Ferguson. De Bruyne gets an assist. Ferguson scores, and this is Mitoma scores again for Brighton. These guys, they're definitely probably the new oracles in a way. We're going to have a few oracles here because Kieran Long Dog Kiely is just unreal. Captain, that was, yeah, probably should have captained them, but I just hammered in points. I just have to try something different. Mahrez, he's on Mahrez. Look, Ferguson, he's got something out of that. Again, this is very, very interesting team. I love it. I wish he kept fit with Azabalaga. A great 93, took a -4 to get in Ferguson. Wow, was it? I think Ferguson could be injured. I think he mightn't be as serious as they thought, but he definitely took up a knock. But yeah, he's fine. For next week going forward, he's got the United Leeds. He might be able to skimp by and get a few more bodies in for that, and then look at Arsenal in the next game against City. He's more set up for game week 23, I would say, with the City Arsenal game coming. He's got the Arsenal, he's got 2, 3, so he's more set up for the next game week rather than this one coming. Good stuff from Shawnee, her there with another, and the third. Yeah, shout out there for Stevie Stret there, good 80. Morgan Lyons 2. Haaland. How did Morgan get that? Mitoma. I should have put Morgan Lyons in there, but he said Mitoma before any of the guys I've mentioned. So just a heads up there. Well done, Morgan. But must have had him in there a while. That's any of these good scores. Something to do helping. Ferguson gets in Ferguson. Yeah, that's just a sign. They're really honest. It's just fit bodies, fit minds. Yeah, and then Gary Higgins, Martial to Ferguson, another very, very good call. Good 74 from Gary, former captain of Ballyhaunis Town. He's in London now, playing for a Sunday League team, I think, over here. Different life those days, Ballyhaunis Town, well missed. But yeah, again, I highlighted these three mainly because yeah, they've just done something and they've made something happen, and it's just Ferguson was a good call. So where do we want to go? We'll go to the mock and have a quick look at this. Well, this is basically Ghost, the movie. Patrick Swayze. This isn't Patrick here, but this is like a seance. This is Ola Mae Brown, played by Whoopi Goldberg. This is an old film. I don't know if any youngins know this film, Ghost. It's a brilliant movie. Very, it's a classic, 80s classic. The two sisters or whoever, and she's seance and she's got a crystal ball there. And these you've come here for advice, information. You're going to Ola Mae Brown for, some hope. What do I do next? Where do I go? And this is basically what I mean is I put these guys in here after their heroics. There's Puru, no Kluru, and the FPL masses, which is the 5 million odd that I'm around. We're just looking at these three, and it's just say, what do we do? What do we do, Kieran? What do we do, Mitoma, Dave? What do we do, Ferguson, Gaz? What do we do, Mystic, Kieran, De Bruyne, son, like Ferguson, De Bruyne? These guys just get points in, just know what they're doing. They're on the cusp of it. They're feeling the pulse of the FPL. They're on it, as they say, and you can't beat that. It's not even you can't beat the blessed. You can beat the best, but not the blessed. These guys aren't. They're the best and blessed, all rolled into one. So yeah, just looking on, guys. What do I do? That's the crystal ball, and FPL masses haven't a ghost of a chance against the Oda May Brown boys. So Mitoma Dave, and a shout out for Morgan Prodigy Lions. He's had Mitoma for ages. I think I should have put him in here somewhere. But yeah, that's just my mock-up for the week. Hope you enjoy that one. It's just something different. Bring to the universe a more local kind of roundup of everything FPL around our locality. Ballyhaunis, Tory, Armore, maybe up to Kilchama, Castlereagh, Ballinlough, Girthagany, Knock, all directions from East Mayo, Roscommon, Sligo, Galway. That's where I'm on about. This is where I want you and anyone to go when you want to have a bit of Western thoughts on all that's happening in the universe that we have in FPL. FPL Top Dogs, Ballyhaunis. Now, this is where you can get us, FPL Top Dogs here. Only 120 subscribers. Thank you for subscribing more, but I'm not sure I want to go thousands. It's a local league game, and I don't want the Christy Nicholson to be going like totally professional pro stuff like they had in town and in the darts years back when it went where there was good prize money and pub and beer and all that up first, like thousands of pounds up for first prize pub winners, and then pros were coming into the town, like or semi-pros, and the same with the pool. So, look, keep it to people we know, and that's the way I like to keep it, a local opinion. So, like and subscribe, and thanks. I just want to also memory lane in regard to and Ballyhaunis town. I was just looking back at old clips, and mainly Gary Higgins as well, and some memorable goals. So I'm just going to put up a few clips and goals if I can find them. And yeah, there's something at the end, something different at the end. This is the 2019 season. A bit of context. I want to wish Carl Lyons now taking over the reins from Niall Richardson. If we just look at the league, this is 2022 last season. We eventually went down after we've been flirting since we got promoted. I think in 2019, our first season under Tommy Page and Carl Bream, the late Carl Bream, and just what's a legend, Carl Bream, total legend. So yeah, this is the last season. Of course, we go down with Claremorris. What else? 2021. That was the one with Swinford. The only game I got to was Swinford and Claremorris, and we lost out to Claremorris, I think 3-2 or something, over in Claremorris, and against Swinford we bet them at home 2-1, and that was the only game I was at home all season. This one, the Town versus Swinford, and it's the only way. It's hard to get back, It's hard to get back. It takes a lot of planning, getting back. Yeah, so yeah, the 2020 was called off, of course, with the COVID thing. But 2019, very, very favorite season. That was the season, I think it was the first in the Super League. Yeah, that was our first 2019. And of course, when you get to the top flight in the Mayo Association, it's just such a buzz after years. I think formed in Ballyhaunis in 2012 or 10 or something like that. Yeah, and Carl Bream at the epicenter of it all. Yeah, so 2019. Yeah, so just managed to survive that year. But I want to highlight Ballyheen and this Ballyglass match. And it's just one of pick out a few of my favorite goals that have been very, very memorable to me. I'll go to this. Well, yeah, we'll take about 9 clips here, just memory lane, we'll say here. And we'll leave it at that then for this broadcast of the Top Dogs. Cal Carney's winner in 2019, a 1-0. It was massively, and it's just my favorite goals.
Robbie just trying to lob it in. That's phenomenal stuff. That one goal. Keep your head, boys. Keep your head, boys. I think it was Cahill, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, Cahill, he got the breakdown. Boys, heads on. Right, boys, head screwed down, boys. Probably about 10 minutes. 5 left. 5 and 5, 5 and 6. So about 11 minutes. About 11 minutes left. Calm down.
Yeah, so that was amazing win. One of my favorites. 1-0. It was just massive win against Ballyheen. And Ballyheen went on to win the bloody, so excuse my language, but went on to win the Super League. This season gone, I think, 2022. So that was an epic win, and that was integral to keeping Haaland's Cup. It was one of the last games of the season as well. So that's the first one. I have to get Brackloon's finest, the Cahill Crumpet Carney in there. Yeah, 2022. Yeah, Ballyheen, yeah, of course. So that was a up and coming team there, and it was next one from 2019 is where are we now? Get rid of this. Oh yeah, I know what to do here. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one with Gary Higgins now. There was 2 goals here. Christoph got one. I'll show this one anyway. This is the first one. Haaland were 2-0 down to Ballyglass in that 2019 season. It's just, a great exhibition of set piece, really.
with a bit of a plan there. So that may change the story here, 2-1. Honestly, definitely look teed up, and they're not going to say die yet.
So never say die yet, and of course that turned out to be the case. And this is probably, you know, a favorite goal and celebrate. Well, I think it's my top two. I'll show the.
He's shot across the keeper. The defender on the line can only smash into the top left, but that will go down as a. And that's the 2-2 here now. Count down, Harness, count down. Okay. Still time, Harness.
Well, it's like it just takes your breath away. The commentary, I have to admit, I miss all that commentary stuff. I really do. You know, I could do something in this stuff. Do have an knack for it, if I do say so myself. But that was nothing compared to, like, you need someone to do a goal like that, and that was just memorable. So where are we now? Down memory lane. What's this one coming up? Oh yeah. I think this is Westport United show, the first one, really. Open. These two free kickers in my YouTube, and you'll get most of these up. But the you know, you've got wow, everything's just absolutely collapsed there. Wow, mad. Okay, I better call time on this, but there was a, you know, Fergal Kelly's goal against Mulranny in a 2-1, and there's Mick Krishina's first goal, Thunderbolt, against Mulranny. In the same game, Fergal Kelly started and got his debut and won the game with a header. I think it only started one game or two games, whatever it was, and that was a very memorable. But the Mick Krishina goal was just phenomenal. Something's coming up here now, but yeah, that's Fergal Kelly there celebrating. I have the videos to all this here. I've got a lot from early United, and I've got one from the Tonra, where the Hollis bet Newport 1-0. I think that was Connor Freely as well. So yeah, they would have been in my favorite. So can't do anything more tonight. It's just lucky to get what I've got done. So thanks for joining us, and listen, best of luck for game week. Don't forget Friday deadline, Friday football coming up now. Chelsea versus Fulham. Very interesting to see how Potter and all them signings will fit in. So look after yourselves, take care, and thanks for joining us tonight.
So Hannes and
What have we got here?
here, and
Oh, it's working.
Don't leave me high and dry.